In this video, we are reacting to we finally know why everyone's leaving FaZe. I heard some nasty shit going on. I remember when Max left like a little while ago, I was kind of like, why he leave? And he was like, oh, we'll get into it, but I don't think he really did. I never really kept up with it anyway. But I don't know, I really want to see what's going on. I already seen the FaZe banks and like people talking about the response about people being weird and, you know, child, you know what I mean? So without further ado, let's get straight into this video.
She been command me.
Don't care who you are. Don't care if it's my own brother, bro. You're my brother. I'm snitching. I'm sorry, but like that's just wrong. And brother, everything I say on my mother's heartbeat, everything I'm saying is, and I just genuinely hope he can confess to it. This dude looks me in my eyes and says, "Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I had a threesome with 2 16-year-olds." I'm like, "Bro, what? Like,
Bro,
how
what?
did you tell me that?"
We're all face, and I end up going back with these girls to my hotel room. I slept with one of them, and I found out after that this girl was 17.
And I don't know what to do or what to say at this point, but all I can say is, I mean, if it hasn't been said enough already on this call, stay away from underage girls, boys and girls. We have a lot of young men watching the stream right now. It's clearly and obviously not worth it. We're talking about a company and a brotherhood that was built over the course of how long, Rain? 15 years more or less, right? And it's clearly coming to an end, you know?
If you thought FaZe was coming apart as it seems before, then man, oh man, this takes the cake. Yesterday, a member of the original FaZe group, FaZe Rain, came to the social media with some shocking news that a lot of people weren't expecting. It was totally out of the blue, out of the random, but at this specific time in the state that FaZe is in right now, where Banks is off the internet, Max just left for some very cryptic reasons. To be quite honest with you, this is the last thing that they needed, but the world needed to hear the fact that one of the members in the FaZe clan was having,
And I can imagine it probably looks way more crazy because Max left and then stuff like this comes out. So it looks like, damn, Max was really, you know,
sexual relations with somebody who was a child, underage.
I want to put everything to do with me and FaZe to rest, bro, because there is so much I haven't said. And honestly, at this point, bro, I don't give a I think I'm going to collect my thoughts tomorrow, and I'm going to say everything, bro. Every single thing that I know. And I'm going to collect my thoughts because I have an eidetic memory, so I remember everything and anything. Not only did you guys air me out, y'all mother sold me out, y'all scammed me behind my back. And honestly, I just had an opinion about it because I'm like, bro, I've covered, not even covered about it. I was just so sad about it for so long. I've been up over that pedo.
What if you can create your own?
Oh, we got ads. Hey, sub up so I can pay for YouTube Premium for the both of us.
Like 2 years, bro. And I haven't said nothing about it.
Now, for those of you who are probably looking at this screen, questionable, that is FaZe Rain, somebody who is a part of what the new age era.
Sheesh. Look at bro face. He was going through it.
Calls the old FaZe. This isn't about, you know, Silky. This isn't about Ron. This isn't about Max, Rage, Lacey. This isn't about Jason. This isn't about any of those new guys. But it's about the old FaZe, the entire organization, and seemingly some secrets behind dealing with some children. Now, there were a lot of other things mentioned because that old FaZe generation, I've been noticing there's been a little bit of bitterness in the water, and some of them have spoken out since. But this is now just FaZe Rain's turn to kind of give his take and his opinion on this brotherhood that was established between these guys and what has happened since, you know, him distancing himself, since the changes, etc., etc. And honestly, it doesn't look the best. A video back in 2022 started some of his earlier grievances with the company and the brand itself.
This is a decade-long problem, man, with a lot of legal shit around it. So now it's turned into multiple problems. It's not just the initial problem I had in the beginning. It's a lot deeper than that. And yes, I'm going to say this now because they're probably going to try to say, well, he's only doing this because we owe him money and he's mad. They do owe me money.
Bruh, don't get into business with your friends. A lot of y'all can't get into business with your friends because you guys don't know how to manage a business or go about it in that type of way. And I feel like the amount of times you're on YouTube and you see a group split up and it's always about what? Money. And it's like, if you don't respect or have a genuine connection with your friend before you guys try and build something, don't try and like come together and do something, make a business. That's how I feel. Cause this shit going to shit. I don't know what y'all doing. And at the same time, if you do have a connection, don't get into business together because you're gonna tear it apart. That's how I feel.
Yes, and they haven't taken care of me. Yes, and the money that I bought the Counter-Strike team for, it took them 6 years to pay me back. Yes, I never got $1 or a brand deal. Yes, that's all. They're gonna say that, and that is a frustration of mine. But I obviously held that in for years. I held that frustration in for years, and it was never the reason that I was gonna do this or speak publicly. Because if they just owed me money, I would have handled it a different way. This is a lot deeper than that, and a lot of my brothers don't see the actual issue here. They are being taken advantage of.
Well, there's two things I took away from that in the research of this video is that one, this group things, there was a big brand buyout from FaZe. There was a lot of stuff going on legally. So I can understand how, you know, there might be some frustrations there. That stuff has already been squashed for the most part. You know, I know that there's still some people who are jaded about the situation, but nonetheless, that's not my business. But two, and most importantly, which leads us to this conversation today, is that he's still holding some stuff in. There's still some things that he's not 100% spilling the beans on, which leads us to these
He's just spilling the beans.
I wasn't even pushed out. I left. There's a fucking involved too, bro. I don't give a fuck if I get sued. I could give a fuck less. I always stand up for what's right. That was like that was the final.
You saying you stand up for what's right, but like you left and you still holding it down, or like not. That's not what's right. At the end of the day, that's not what's right. You're keeping someone's identity. And like kids watch you. Like when I was younger, not me, I wasn't that young, but we was watching y'all. Like we knew about you guys, which means kids. And then someone in their group, it's like too hype, and saying Zach was he's not. It's like saying Zach was a child. You know what I mean? It's like, bruh, you're around kids 24/7. Every event is kids. Every video is kids. Kids look up to you. If you DM one, they'll DM you back. You could take advantage. Imagine someone in too hype like Cash keeping that information. You're not doing what's right. That's not right.
Draw, bro.
Phew, if it's in your heart, brother, speak it. It's gonna come out eventually. Now, the only issue that I do have with what he said is not by saying the initial name in the beginning. There's a specific reason why, and I'll get to that in a minute. But if there is somebody who is out there touching and messing with kids, let the world know so we can shun them, so we can have the proper opinion on them, so we can understand who we're dealing with in real time. The reason why I did not like the fact that he kind of left it up to open air and interpretation, it was because, one, there are a lot of members in FaZe. My first thought was, who could this be? I went down the timeline, somebody threw out the...
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not tapped in with FaZe. I'm like, bruh, how many people are in FaZe? That's how I used to think growing up. I used to be like, damn, I don't even know their names. I don't know how they look. Like, even now, I was like, who's in FaZe? Like that new wave of FaZe with Silky and them. I'm like,
name like
I didn't really know who any of them were.
Bronny James. And I was like, what? But then I had to realize
Or how many?
He was also a kid, so it definitely couldn't have been Bronny. But
Bronny.
Nonetheless, I also knew that a lot of people would be very, very mean in this conversation. There's two people in particular that I knew would probably get the brunt of this, and that is Max because he just left, and then also Banks because he is somebody who...
Wait, where was that at?
Max because he just left, and then also Banks because he is somebody who the internet feels very much up in the air about it, especially after leaving the internet after seemingly scamming Aiden Ross and some other people out of some cryptocurrency. I knew that they would get unfair treatment in this conversation, so I am glad that Banks came out and actually cleared this up, because this is a serious allegation. Even if people feel like I should feel some sort of way about Banks, even if you feel some sort of way about Banks, yeah, he might have scammed some people. He does not need pedo allegations. That's crazy.
First thing I'm gonna say in this video is I'm not a...
How do we know?
Rain is not talking about me. There, I got it out. But yeah, I'm getting fucking spammed in my mentions right now on Twitter asking if I'm a...
We have got to the point where
we have ads. Hey, do me a favor
without knowing how to
and subscribe.
This is base 40.
Being accused that I'm being tagged in this clip from FaZe Rain on Fearbuck. The first thing that needs to be addressed is obviously this shit. It's a very heavy accusation. It's a life-shattering, life-altering accusation. That's why this is the first time that I'm speaking about it. I have to speak about it now. Norton, pause. You're saying that FaZe temper is a... which that is who he's talking about in the clip. I'm like, whoa.
Damn.
That's Tommy. That's our brother. This is who we started this FaZe shit with. I'm calling him. That was the first thing I said. I'm calling him and I'm calling Apex, because apparently this is something Apex is aware of as well. Norton and Tommy, or Norton and Apex are the closest on the team, so obviously if Norton's gonna...
Can't lie to you. I don't know who the fuck any of these people are. I know by faces, but... Pedophile.
Talk to anybody about anything and be transparent. It's Apex. Tommy's first initial knee-jerk reaction to all this shit was, what the fuck are you talking about? Norton, no, this is not what the conversation was like. You're misremembering, you're misinterpreting. Obviously, Rain is coming back, standing firm.
Banks goes on to pretty much say that after Rain tells him that Temper is this pedo, he then patches in Apex and Temper into the phone call, in which Temper refuses to acknowledge these accusations, says that, hey, you're misremembering these things, Rain, etc., and they go back and forth. But hearing from Rain, the person who's calling out this pedo in this situation, it seems that he has a pretty vivid memory as to what happened.
Tommy said this verbatim. He said it wasn't a threesome with two 16-year-olds. Actually, it was a 17-year-old. So all of a sudden now it's 17. One was 17 and the other one watched. That's what he said. And then he started bringing up all these random laws. I don't even know these weird consent laws, like Romeo and Juliet this, yada, I don't fucking know. And even Banks calls me after and he's like, bro, what the fuck is like up with that law shit that he brought up? So he knows he did some shit that was wrong. He knows that. It's just, I don't like the denying of it. And
Okay,
like,
so is he good? Him? Because he knows, and it seemed like his memory is there. Like, he knows exactly what's going on. Which I'd imagine he does, but like, you know how like when as a group something goes wrong, there's always that one person that was doing the wrong, but is able to tell people what everybody was doing. If me and my 3 friends was stealing, right, and we get caught, or it's like, why were you guys stealing? I'm like, but I also was stealing too. Is that this case?
In this video, you're trying to paint me like I'm lying and making shit up and just saying shit to say shit when you know that's not the truth, bro.
Yeah, I saw that. I heard that. That's some weird stuff. But a lot of the FaZe group is weird. People were digging up Temper's tweets from 2012. Mind you, he was born in 93. That kind of validates some of these claims 93? In the court of public opinion. I don't know. It's extremely, extremely nasty.
So,
but I got nothing to do. I think it's just like this happened. This
shit.
I don't know the specifics of anything.
Now there are wild accusations being thrown around the internet, and the beautiful thing about the internet, and I say this oftentimes, is that most of the time the other person exists on the internet, so we don't have to wait too long to hear Temper give his actual opinions on this or what he's saying. And of course it's filled with deflections and denial, and not that I'm saying that I've picked a side. I just think that it's very interesting as to how he says a bunch of stuff, and that bunch of stuff has nothing to do with the situation. His first video specifically.
The fact that I'm even having to respond to this and that my name is in the same breath as the word is so sick, twisted, and insane. This is disgusting. Anybody that knows me knows I'm not that type of person. I am the furthest thing from what you called me.
We're all shit-faced, and I end up going back with these girls to my hotel room. I slept with one.
Is after?
And I found out after that this girl was 17.
How could you go from denying to admitting all in the same breath?
He said, I am not that. I am not that. Actually, I didn't know. Stupid nigga.
That nigga's tripping.
He was too freaked out. That's what it was.
And look, the devil is in the details, because the way that Tommy or Temper or whatever his name is goes on to give 3 extra minutes of just story time about how he's a father, he proposed to his girl, etc., lets me know that he did do these things and he's not owning up to and admitting. But also there's some things that are important that he left out that don't line up with even Banks' story, like Banks and Rain's story, which I find to be very, very interesting.
Something to say about the Tommy situation, because he made a video confirming it, but the details did get switched a little bit, because originally it was 2 16-year-olds and it was a 17-year-old and one was watching, and now a 17-year-old and he didn't know her age. If you didn't know her age and you said that to us at least once, we wouldn't be here, bro. I would not have treated it the same way if you said you didn't know, because that changes everything. You never said that, not once. Literally not fucking once. This is news to me that you didn't know.
Another one bites the dust. Now, I want to be clear, this doesn't affect FaZe as a whole, and I'm not making some sweeping indictment on them. How this does affect the bigger group and the name and stuff like that going forward is, you know, up to the internet's interpretation.
Bronny, get out of that. Get out of that.
At least the new version of the group publicly for a long time. I just think that it's so strange that we exist on the internet with all these people who have been touching and doing stuff to kids. Like, it's been a long time. Which, kudos to the fact that it's been a long time, because I remember we were going through a stretch of videos on this channel calling out Preds. You know, I'm talking people like Dr. Disrespect.
I remember that
were dealing with children that were public facing on the internet. Weird shit like that. But listening to Marcus King's reaction about this situation made me really think about who people should be aligning with, whether it be from a fan's perspective or from like creating content's perspective.
That's why me I'm telling you, I'm never, bro. That nigga will never see me in a group because someone else being a weirdo in their own weird time could bring you the fuck down. You don't know what these niggas be doing in their free time, y'all. Fuck no, nigga.
YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, social media as a whole has been built off this concept of like idolization, envy, worship, all these other things like that for these figures at the top. People put them on a pedestal, but at the end of the day, not only are they not just human, but they're also some of the worst people in their free
They
time.
weirdos, freaked out.
Over this past year or 2 years that I've covered on this channel, talking about the weird stuff they've done in their free time, whether it be Mr. Beast, Chris Tyson, DJ Academics, Dr. Disrespect, FaZe, Temper. There's just so many people that have been outed for doing a bunch of weird shit, and it's so sad because these people are aligned with people who are ultimately innocent, but those people's names will be dragged through the mud.
Chris, Mr. Beast, Dr. Disrespect, well, he just with kids, so it's crazy. DJ Academic, he's just freaked out.
Now, will the internet go on and pass? For sure. The North will remember, though, and it just is a message to anybody and everybody who is still out there idolizing anybody, putting people on a pedestal, and just not taking them for their entertainment value. One, they're probably weird. You don't know them like that. Keep that parasocial shit in the playground. And then two, and most importantly, watch who you align with.
Hey man, that's a W video. This is a big lesson, or a good lesson, I feel like, for a lot of people that have trouble not idolizing people. You want to take pictures with everybody, you want to get autographs, you want to you don't really know who's behind that camera, behind that screen. So when you do stuff like all of that, it just helps. Then it helps make them more comfortable doing, if that makes sense. The more you give, the more someone will take, and they will take advantage of opportunity or a situation that you put them in. Hey, without further ado, that is the end of the video. Appreciate you guys for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe. See y'all. Peace.